Residents in some parts of Emalahleni in Mpumalanga are demanding the restoration of electricity in their communities after days of darkness. The Emalahleni municipality says the power outage is as a result of a faulty transformer at a local substation and long hours of load shedding. Newzroom Afrika's Mweli Masilela is standing by to tell us what it is that we are seeing at this hour. Mweli.
I can tell you that the situation is indeed still volatile. As you can see, this is the N4, one of the biggest routes in Mpumalanga, and it's very important because this is the route that is used mainly by trucks transporting different goods. And you'll know that Emalahleni is home to quite a number of mines that supply different power stations with coal. And we've seen some trucks yesterday being torched, and today community members actually still going on a rampage and police on the ground. But looking at the current situation, it looks like the police are outnumbered when looking at the number of community members that are currently protesting. The main issue, the residents of Forsman and other parts of Emalahleni are calling for the municipality to actually intervene in as far as the issue of electricity is concerned. They are saying that they've been without electricity for about 4 days now because apparently there is a transformer that was damaged. And what actually angered the community more this morning is that when the mayor addressed them, apparently she said that it would take time for this situation to be addressed. Let me speak to one of the community members. Her name is Gratitude Moses. If you can tell us about the situation on the ground. Firstly, what are the main concerns from the side of the community?
The main concern, the main concern with Wheatbank in large, it's the infrastructure. Wheatbank is growing due to the coal business. It's growing every day, but they don't upgrade the infrastructure. We are lacking water. There is no water supply at Wheatbank. We have a problem with a transformer that asha constantly because they power overload. Instead of uthi bawa add, they just keep on overloading on top of one transformer. Mweli ngifuna ukukhomba i-area elapha i-14 indlu ilokishi lokuqala eWheatbank ezinambeni lama-bond. We have ama-sections for 15 years anganamanzi, and yet they pay ama-services baba overcharge. We've been engaging no municipality ukuthi bazolungisa le situation. Municipality wase Wheatbank arrogant. Municipality wase Wheatbank uyatelela kakhulu, and ANC la Wheatbank ayivotelwa iBankenveld, ayivotelwa iDevel, ayivotela iBenfle, bavotela ilabantu laba ababancisha amanzi negezi. We've been engaging nama-councillor from last year before bakhethwa ukuthi let's sit down and silungise infrastructure yase Wheatbank because iyacollapse, ithwele kanzima, sibone ukuthi senzani ngayo, sihlangane nemasipalata nomphakathi sibone ukuthi silungisa njani infrastructure. Instead last year kube nembizo kuze speed la oku PEC ngambuza ngathi speed, you keep on giving people ama-RDPs bawabhadanga kangani lama services kuma-RDPs nithamba nzima watholephi ngoba currently thina sihlala ezindlini ezinamabhonti ezinamatank asithola amanzi.
I just want to know from you, have you had an opportunity to engage the municipality? What are the leaders saying?
We keep on engaging municipality. Municipality umeya bekala uthuka abantu abatshela ukuthi angezi nenzani ngamanzi niwafunelana amanzi wathi nama-fridge so nikhalelani for igezi. Uyatelela umeya, uhlukumeza abantu, u-arrogant, uyi-nonsense umeya wase Wheatbank. I-Wheatbank, it's the city surrounding my power station. It's the the core heart of the coal business. Yes, South Africa. Yet, we are struggling with the electricity and water as well.
All right, thank you very much for talking to us, Gratitude. And as you have heard, quite strong words there. I must say that we will have an opportunity to speak to the mayor. When we got there, we found that she was now whisked away because of the situation. We understand that there was an apparent attack on the mayor and some officials because of what she said when addressing the community members. Let me speak to one of the community leaders, George Lukele. What happened there? Because we understand that the mayor did make an attempt to address you as community members, and she was attacked together with some officials from the municipality.
My observation from before Mayor's Okulumani community are sensed. In fact, I told them yesterday they shouldn't come here if they don't have anything solid that they must bring to the community. Because the only thing that we want, look, Mweli, we had 3 transformers, of which they burst last year. And then we had to go to the N4 for them to replace the first transformer. Like when they replaced it within 3 weeks. But they were promising it was near the case after 16 weeks. Then we had to go to Urayota because they were not communicating with us. Same thing happened again. But before the transformer is over, we told them last week, we had a meeting I think 2 weeks back with them as leaders. We told them that, guys, the transformer is already overheating. As it is overheating, what you need to do, you have overloaded the transformer. Try to come with a better way, which is electricity. Before the winter, there was nothing that came through from them. Instead, they promised they will come and visit all our houses, our illegal connections and all the stuff. But they didn't come. Then the transformer issue. And they didn't come to us, but the transformer issue. Surprisingly today, I was surprised to hear that Mayor didn't know what the transformer says number in issue on Monday. So it was surprising because I'm a councillor as a now here. The whole team electrical department, they were at the transformer for the last from Sunday. So I don't know. Maybe our leadership is not bad.
So what's the way forward now? Because it looks like today's engagement with the mayor hasn't succeeded. What is the way forward from your side as leaders of this community?
But now what we said to them, we requested it yesterday. That was our advice. But it will depend by Tata or by Tata. We said to them, before because now there's a problem here. Somebody is sending them to come and kill these people. They are killing Abantu Analan. 14 years old. And Abantu from behind. He was running away. So it's fine. It's not late. But for now, it's simple. We have a transformer I3 that are repairs. Simple. Once they fail to do that, there will be no negotiations because the more they agitate the community, is the more that the community is often will respond back. And then when they respond back, elements of criminality, as a chance, then they will start to pay about the strategy.
As we wrap up, some will say that would ask the question, is like closing the N4 a solution, looking into the fact that it is a major route in Mpumalanga and playing a huge role in terms of the economic activities here?
N4 for us, Tina, as a residents in Mpumalanga, Emalahleni, in fact, yes, this step, somewhere. If that is going to be a problem. But for now, the N4 is the national road. We're also using it to go to town and come back. Our family is a solution. So for us to go to our grandmother's way, we have to use the very same N4. So Massive Valley, they were also affected, not ourselves. So, but we wanted this thing with the Ethiopian national government. For them to understand that there's a problem here, there's a challenge. If then let Upafalo as an Emalahleni transform.
All right, that's George Lukele, one of the community leaders here. Well, they are saying that they are not going to budge until this matter is resolved. And as you have heard, they will only give the leaders access to their community if those 3 transformers that he's talking about are brought to the community and installed so that they can have the power back. But as things stand, the N4, as my colleague Thabo Mokoena is showing you, it's still closed. And as I said earlier, Dudu, the challenge that I'm seeing now at the moment is that the number of the police officers on the ground is very little compared to the number of people that are protesting, because we are told that it's not only the part of Emalahleni, which is Fosman, where community members are protesting. We are told that in Clarinet there is a protest as well, and other sections of Emalahleni. So it looks like this protest is not only confined to here in Fosman, and the community members are actually saying that they'll continue protesting until they have the electricity back, because another issue is that the lack of electricity supply is also affecting water supply. We spoke to elderly women earlier today. They are saying that they've been without water for a number of days. So that's the frustration on the side of the community. We are hoping that we'll also be able to speak to the police, as we have heard from George Lukele that yesterday apparently there was a 14-year-old that was shot and killed by police officers. But of course, we'll reach out to the spokesperson of the police in the province, Brigadier Salvi Mohlala, to find out if indeed that's true, and also continue monitoring the situation on the ground to do it.
Mweli Masilela, what it is that we are seeing at least is that you've got some members of the community there on that highway that have gathered on the left side of the road. What is it rather that they are looking at opposite the houses?
Yes, as you can see that this is a residential area on the side of the road, and what has been happening even from early in the morning is that the community members come out of their homes and then they go to the road to block the N4, as you can see. So those people that you are seeing, they are actually the residents of this area, and they are making sure that there's no vehicle, whether trucks or light motor vehicles, passing through here in Emalahleni. And it's not only this side, even on the other side, we've seen this happening. And as I've said earlier, the issue of the police presence on the ground, it's only a few police that are present. That is why when the police come to disperse the crowd from on the other side, the crowds move to the other side. So what we are seeing now, I'm not sure whether they are putting some soil on the road or they are digging some trenches, but all they are doing there is to try and block so that there is no movement. As we have heard from the community leader, George Lukele, he's saying that by blocking the N4, all they are trying to do is to send a strong message to the national government, because they believe that they have been failed by the local municipality. They've had several engagements with the mayor, but it seems that nothing much is coming out of those engagements. That is why then from here we believe that we will have a conversation with the mayor, because we did have an opportunity to meet her, but unfortunately she had to leave because of the volatile situation on the ground. In fact, we understand that she was attacked together with some of the officials from the municipality. So we saw some of those who were actually injured, but there were no signs of injuries on the mayor. But we understand that indeed there was an attack. So that is why then we are hoping that later on we will be able to talk to her about that situation.
Emalahleni in Mpumalanga has ground to a halt, and as you've been listening to the voice of Newzroom Africa's Mweli Masilela on the N4, there you see residents who are piling rocks and stones on the N4 highway, blocking the roads essentially. Mweli Masilela reporting that the police are outnumbered. The numbers of community members that have come out and taken to the streets far outnumbers the numbers of police officers available to contain the situation. They are protesting against a lack of water and electricity. Mweli Masilela, for now we say thank you very much. We'll touch base with you a little bit later on in the program.